uh, the Allied invasion of Normandy during World War II. This operation involved major Allies nations like the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada, and some other ones like Czechoslovakia, Poland, Belgium, Austria, and some other places. And this is actually one of the main sites over here in Normandy, and it's just a few kilometers from Utah Beach. And hold on. The Allies needed to capture this place to open a path to Cherbourg, which is a critical port for supplies and launching further counterattacks to the German Empire. And on the night of June 5th to the 6th, paratroopers from the 82nd and some from the 101st Airborne were landed around and into the town, and they successfully secured it, and it became the first French town liberated here in Normandy. And then one of the most famous stories here is that Private John Steele, a paratrooper from the 82nd Airborne, during his jump, his parachute got stuck on the steep of the top of the church, and he was just dangling above the battle, just watching everything, and he just pretended to be dead for 2 hours to not get captured. But eventually he did get captured, but then a few hours, I believe, later, he freed himself, and he was awarded the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star for his bravery and actions. And then after the town was taken, the church, but during and after the church, or no, not church, the battle, this church was used as a hospital, and as you can see around on the, what are these called?
Pews.
Yep. There's still blood all over the floor, and the altars were used as surgery tables just in case something went wrong. And then because the church was used as a hospital, it was protected by the Geneva Convention, which meant it could not be targeted for military use. So you can't use it potentially for military use or act like it is as a hospital, but it's really not. And this made it a safe place for wounded and non-wounded people who maybe just want to be in here for shelter during the battles. And let's see, this place just played a vital role in this operation, and it was not only the first town freed by the Nazis, it was also became a symbol of courage, care, hope in the middle of one of history's most important battles. Thank you.
Okay, so inside the church, if you look, one of the very iconic things about Normandy is that you have stained glass windows. So during the war, the windows are blown out in most of these churches. And so as the stained glass windows are rebuilt over the years, they use the stained glass windows as an opportunity to commemorate what happened here. And again, it's just an indication or just indicative of the Norman people in general. So if you look back at that stained glass window right behind you, that stained glass window depicts the Virgin Mary with the paratroopers falling all around her. Very powerful, and it just so happens that that window was designed by Maurice's brother, who's no longer with us, the older brother who's passed. There's three brothers of the Renault family. So Alexander Renault was the mayor on Dday. Simone Renault was his wife, First Lady of Sainte-Mère-Église. And then there were three boys. Maurice, you've met or seen or will see. Henry Jean, and then you have the oldest brother who's passed. The oldest brother designed that window. As you walk around the church, you make your way to the altar and turn left. There's another stained glass window that depicts the patches and the badges of the units that were involved here in the liberation of Sainte-Mère-Église. Vito hit on a key point. Even though the 82nd Airborne is all over this town, and it's the headquarters, the 82nd Airborne, and all those things, and they're credited for liberating this, the paratrooper landings were mass chaos, mass confusion. The paratroopers landed everywhere around the peninsula. 82nd was intermingled with 101st and vice versa. So it's important to remember that It was never just the 82nd or never just the 101st. It was an intermingling of troops. In fact, guess where Dick Winters and the Band of Brothers landed? Anybody know?
Here.
That's right. Our two ambassadors, right here, right next to the church, right back behind us this way, right?